And the whole premise of this is I take a cocktail and then we put it through 2 rounds. The first round is rum swaps. And then the second round is slightly building it out in various different ways. And this will change every week depending on the cocktail. So I thought I would start off with my favorite ever rum cocktail. And it is my favorite Guava Daiquiri. I love it. I adore it. So what I thought today was let's take it on a little journey just to have a little bit of fun with it. Very, very quickly to start off with, I'm going to do what I would say is my standard Guava Daiquiri, and that's this is Dropworks in the UK. It's a split rum. I've got so I blend here. So I've got essentially 60 ml, I've got 45 ml of that as their clear drop, their unaged, and 15 ml of their 63% funk drop in there. So I've just blended it out so it's ready to go. So I've got 2 ounces of my rum to start off with. We are then going for 2.5 essentially. Lime juice, fresh limes, bottled lime juice, proper lime juice, whatever you got, and then sugar. Because I always say, and this is what throws people, these Reals are great, but not every fruit is sweet enough to stand up on its own in there. So I actually do just slightly less than the 2.5 with sugar. And then I just add like 10 ml of guava syrup, because that is the sweet spot. If I just did guava syrup and no sugar, then it would be too tart and it just wouldn't hit home. So this is still not a sweet daiquiri. I just kind of have to adjust the ratio. So there we go. Just a little drizzle like that. So a quick shake and we're golden. And that is absolutely goddamn delicious. I love that. Oh, it's just that, as I say, I really don't think that guava puree is that sweet. It's just guava forward. Yes, it is 60% sugar, but they still need balancing in mind. And just to make a standard 2.5 daiquiri and added like 5-10 ml of guava, I think works. Now, so round 1 of this, I think, is the rum swap. Now, typically I would go, as I say, that I have done, wherever it is, my Cuban sort of lighter age. Typically, I actually use Havana 3-year-old when I go on cocktail masterclasses, in full disclosure, and it makes an equally good guava daiquiri. Really, really good. So I thought, for the 2 rounds, let's take this in a slightly different direction for this. So, choose the same shaker again. I'm actually going to do the same ratios and all this, but I'm actually going to try something slightly different. So this is the Roncolon. This is the 81. So the Roncolon essentially are, oh, it's not even open. They are Jamaican Highester rum, it's Worthy Park, blended with El Salvador rum. Now, I typically use the 111, so 55.5%. I've got the 80, a new bottle of the 81 here, so 40.5% there. So I'm just going to do exactly the same thing, just for the different rum swap. You certainly don't lose, the Jamaican funkiness. And basically, I'm getting that sort of Plantaray Zone, Macca, Worthy Park Select, all those sort of things going in there. So we're going for straight rum swap this time. This is number 1. So we're going for our lime juice and then sugar. Quick shake up. Right. Strain that in. There we go. Perfect. Right. So a Jamaican sort of touch of flavour addition to the cocktail. Well, I have to say, I actually really like that. I thought I was going to be a traditionalist and just stick with the white and aged. But that hint of Jamaican, that works really, really well. Which should bode well, because the next rum, so the second rum I'm going to bring out in this first heat of 2 rounds, is actually the Veritas. Probitas to you guys in the US. So this is Hamden Jamaican rum, blended with Foursquare Barbados rum. So again, I'm just going to do a straight swap of the rums, same 2.5, a little bit of guava, and just to see how that compares. Right, shaken. Let's get it strained in there. Look at that. Gotta love a Nick and Nora for daiquiris. Perfect. Right. So this is the battle of the rums. This is round 1 of 2 rounds. Oh, wow. instantly, I'm going to say the Dropworks is in last place. Sorry, guys, but that addition of that Jamaicanness, I think both of them, to be fair. So the Veritas is stronger, isn't it? It's 47 versus 40.5. The traditionalist in me wants to go Veritas. I love that. But that Hamden note, that Jamaican note with the proper lovely Barbados rum in there, that's the winner. That is fantastic. That has just elevated the Guava Daiquiri to a whole new level. So that's round one, the rum swaps. Round two now is taking a favourite rum, it's going to be the Veritas, and then building that out with just one extra ingredient. So I've got two different cocktails, two different Guava Daiquiris coming here, but with one extra ingredient. Now I should do these at the same time to cut your time essentially. So I'm going to build this out as a 2-1/2 with the Guava with the Veritas, and then we'll come back to the extra ingredients in a second. Right, there we go. There's a standard daiquiri. Let's just give us a little drizzle of Guava just in each. Right, perfect. So two of those basically create. So I've got three here, three the same. Excuse me. Now what I'm going to do, I get the burps. I'm a little bit older. Get the burps after a bit of sugar and a bit of gas. So what I'm going to do now is build each of these out separately and differently. That's the word. So the first thing I want to do, I think because I've tried this with rhubarb rum, as you'll actually see, spoiler, I'm filming these in a random order, but as you'll actually see, I think rhubarb and guava is actually a really good combination. So the first one, I'm just going to add 15 ml of Giffard rhubarb liqueur into the mix. And then I thought, I was having a look at all the liqueurs and everything I've got here. And to a certain extent, I want to keep this approachable, something that everyone can get hold of. Now, everything I use, everyone in the UK can get very, very easily. You know, I'm just thinking of a mass market sort of thing here, like the US and Europe and all that sort of stuff. Even Europe, like everyone, actually Europe, the Giffards, you've got more choice than what we have. So I think the US, you've got more choice than what we have here. But the one I wanted to do in here was actually the new tropical Ferrand Curacao. I wanted to, oh, there we go. I wanted to give this a little run out. So this is actually Barbados. If you haven't seen the Mai Tai video I did a couple of weeks ago, it's actually, instead of the Pierre Ferrand dry orange Curacao as a brandy base, virtually the same thing. I think it's definitely oranges, definitely spices. I think it's the same recipe, just with Barbados rum. But the orange note tastes very different to what it does in the dry orange Curacao. So I'm going to do 15 ml of the Pierre Ferrand dry orange Curacao. And then we're going to do the same thing. Shake, serve. Right, so first off, let's strain the rhubarb into that one. Oh, cool. I did. This must be a smaller glass. Normally pretty good in my measurements. Right, there we go. And this is the Pierre Ferrand Tropical. See, look, I was more confident. See, that's a smaller glass. That's what that is. Right, there we go. So, Guava Daiquiri, 5 ways. Rhubarb and guava. Oh my God. Oh my God. Which one was it? It was that one, wasn't it? Oh, I still like that. I love the rhubarb. Wow. That is very, very good. I've got my water to hand. This one, so that's the Giffard rhubarb liqueur. This one is the Pierre Ferrand dry. So it's still dry? Yeah, dry Curacao, but tropical rum. Oh, that's good. No, but the rhubarb wins. That is good. That is very good, but that's not a patch on those two. So my 2 rounds verdict this week on the Guava Daiquiri is the Veritas, Probitas. So you've got a little bit of funkiness in the rum, but not loads of funk, not like a Hamden straight on its own. Like, really works well with guava, but actually the guava and rhubarb daiquiri with Veritas is absolutely next level. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, it's so good.